So I realized today I haven't done any of these in a while, but I've made quite a bit of progress over the last few weeks. I've actually started implementing these into a few courses now. So I'm just going to run through real fast how Rubric is implemented, or at least on what the result looks like. So this is the Assignment Studio interface, probably recognized from a few other casts. This out of the way. So I'm going to pick an assignment that has Rubric for grading. So you can see it's the Rubric. Maybe you've seen it in a few other screencasts. It's basically just ported into this interface. And then some other minor things. You can close these guys. You'll see down here, this is actually more closely aligned with what a student would see at the end. So I'll show how this gets filled out here in a second, but it's kind of broken down. It's just going to show what was actually given, has all your possible points, has what your totals were earned. So as you can see, I can click on any of these, and as I click on these guys, it corresponds to that part of the rubric that would be given out. And this is NaN because I haven't selected all the values, so don't worry about that yet. If I want to override a value, I click this little lock, and I can make this something. Oh geez, my keyboard's kind of goofing up here, but I could make this apparently over 12 million. I can make this like a 7 if, say, they met all the requirements, but I didn't feel it was up to snuff. You can edit any of the comments or any of the feedback that's been generated from above. So you can see there's all these feedback statements, and if I switch one, it's going to just switch below. So I'm going to actually finish this rubric here, filling out. So yeah, I hated this assignment. Yeah, you suck. You can see I have great text in here for some of these things. Clearly conveyed, excellent. Prove a point on that one. 2. This is a 3. So I'll close these guys away. You can kind of see what the workflow would be. So okay, here's I hated it. That was a 0. Yep. So here's my 0 that I gave them out of 10. That fills in there. You can see parts for the theme. See all these criterion. Total, so 31 out of 53. Wow, that's a pretty bad score. What you're going to also be able to do is you have this feedback for overall feedback on the assignment that you didn't do well on. And I'm typing quickly, so that's awesome. But what's going to happen when I hit submit here is it's going to compile together all this feedback. It's going to take this with it. It's going to take all the scores that it should have given as well as these overridden values. So it's going to send the fact that I selected the value that should have given this a 12 and this text, as well as, or sorry, it'll send the reference for that, but the main thing it will send is this 11 points and this feedback. So if you need to, trace back later, hey, what did I actually select for this, because this isn't an option, that's one of my standard ones, you'll be able to see on on the selected rubric type of view that, yeah, I did give them an excellent, but I give them 11 points instead. Again, just for record keeping, try to keep instructors from being yelled at by students and things like that. So this is where it is at this point in time. I'll be working on hooking it up so that this sends its total points out of whatever the total is back to the Assignment Studio. I also have to make it set the total maximum points correctly. So hopefully do another one in a few days and then show it actually in a course, because I've been putting rubrics in all week.